Hey guys, I'm Metagrit, welcome back to the channel. Today I want to show you how to play RB Cyber Dragon. So let's go over all the cards and why I play them really quickly, and then I'll go into some combos. So we play 2 RB Valken Rocket. The reason I play 2 of this is because it's a level 5 machine monster, so it can be used as material for Cyber Dragon Nova. It also has a really good on-field effect when you're going second, and I play a blind second version of the deck. So I really like to see this card more so than the other ones because it's such a powerful effect going second. It can destroy itself to target 2 cards your opponent controls and destroy them. It's not a quick effect, so it really only comes up going second, but I still really like it in my deck at 2. And then, of course, all of the RB main deck monsters have the effect. When they're in your hand, you can special summon them from your hand as long as you control no monsters, or the only face-up monsters you control are RBs. Then, of course, we have Cutter and Driller. So Cutter has a quick effect when your opponent activates a spell trap card. It can destroy itself to negate that spell trap card. And then Driller has a quick effect to destroy itself to destroy one of your opponent's monsters. Now, those effects only work when an RB Link monster points to them. So I play 2 RB Valken Booster and 1 the Brute Blues. Valken Booster, when it's Link summoned, can add an RB spell from your deck to your hand, and that is the main effect that I use of this card. I don't really use its other effects too often, although it does come up every now and again. The reason I only use the first effect mostly is because I don't want to lock myself into being able to summon machines with 1500 or less attack from my extra deck. I really want to be able to summon my big bad boss monsters, my Cyber Dragon monsters, with this deck, right? So I don't use the effect that locks me. And that's why I play RB Funk Dock. This spell doesn't lock you in any way. So for RB Cyber Dragon purposes, it's better than the other RB starter spell card. And I play 1 the Brute Blues so that I can OTK my opponents, and it comes up in combos. And speaking of those combos, I'll show you right now how to do them. So to access your RB engine, all you will need is 2 machine monsters. So let's say you have 2 machine monsters on field. You can link summon 4 RB Valken Booster. On link summon, you can add Funk Dock from your deck to your hand, activate Funk Dock, and search your deck for an RB monster. I'm going to add RB Valken Rocket and special summon it. And I'll link it off for Clockwork Knight. And then I'll use Clockwork Knight to revive it from the graveyard and then tribute a monster on resolution. So because a machine monster, or sorry, an RB monster left the field due to card effects, that'll trigger the second effect of RB Funk Dock to special summon an RB monster from my deck. I can summon a second Valken Rocket, and of course I can overlay for Cyber Dragon Nova, and then Infinity. And that's how you can convert any 2 machine monsters using the RBs into 2 level 5 machine monsters so that you can make Cyber Dragon Nova / Infinity. Now I'll show you guys a combo where you do lock yourself into summoning monsters from the extra deck with 1500 or less attack, but you OTK your opponent in the process. So here's how it works. You link off your 2 machine monsters for RB Valken Booster and use the effect to add the spell. Funk Dock, activate Funk Dock. And this time, instead of searching for the Valken Rocket, you want to search your deck for Cutter. Sorry, not Cutter. Driller. You want to search your deck for Driller. And then, because you only control RBs, you can special summon Driller. Now you link it off for Clockwork Knight, like before. And now you're going to use the effect to lock yourself. It's the second effect of RB Valken Booster. It can special summon an RB monster from your hand or from your graveyard, which of course locks you into 1500 or less attack monsters from your extra deck. So I summon the Driller. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to link these off for the Brute Blues. And then this card has the effect on field to add an RB card from your deck to your hand, and then it gains the following effects if if it points to an RB monster. It gains the attack of the RB monsters it points to. It can make a second attack during each battle phase, and it can't be destroyed by battle or card effects. So this is how we OTK our opponent. We special summon the Valken Rocket, and then we can go into the battle phase. And then we can use the effect of GA10 Driller because it's a quick effect. We can destroy one of our opponent's cards. And now we'll trigger the second effect of Funk Dock to special summon an RB monster from our deck. So in total, our Brute Blues is gaining 1700 attack, so he's at 32. He can attack twice for 64, 74, and an 81. So we put lethal damage on the board while destroying one of our opponent's monsters, and we also have a spell trap negate on the field for follow-up if we couldn't kill our opponent. So those are a couple things that you can do with the RBs. Now I want to show you guys a more optimal combo that really showcases how you can get the best of both worlds. With just 1 Cyber Dragon starter, you can get to both engines and do everything So here's how the combo goes. You're going to add normal summon Cyber Dragon Core. Of course, you're going to grab Cyberdark Realm, which is going to grab Cyberdark Chimera, and then normal summon Cyberdark Chimera. And then what I like to do here is use all of my opponent's monsters as link material, or sorry, fusion material for Chimeratech Fortress Dragon first. And then I can use my Cyberdark Chimera as link material for Clockwork Knight. So as long as my opponent hasn't negated stuff, I've cleared out all of my opponent's monsters. Don't have to worry about their monsters anymore, just their spells and traps. Oh my gosh. Now I want to show you guys a combo that showcases the full potential of the RB stuff. All you need is one of your Cyber Dragon starters, and you get the best of both worlds. So here's how the combo goes. You're going to normal summon Cyber Dragon Core, add Cyberdark Realm to your hands. And of course, this is a going second combo because I'm playing a going second deck. So I'll show you how you do this a little differently. I activate Cyberdark Realm, add the Chimera, normal summon the Chimera using the Realm's effect. And now I link off the Cyberdark Chimera. Now, why do I link off the Chimera instead of the Cyber Dragon Core? Doesn't make any sense, right? Well, I'll show you why. We're going to activate Clockwork Knight and Cyberdark Chimera as Chainlink 2. Chimera is going to dump a Cyberdark monster, and then Clockwork Knight is going to search Clockwork Knight. Now I activate Clockwork Knight, and now I clear out all my opponent's monsters using my Cyber Dragon. Because they're now machine monsters, I can contact fuse for Chimeratech Fortress Dragon. So now my opponent has no monsters to worry about, and now I'm going to clear out their spells and traps before I go for the kill. We're going to summon the Valken Booster. We're going to add Funkdoc, which is going to add Valken Rocket. Special summon the Valken Rocket, and then use the effect to destroy itself, and then 2 of my opponent's spells and traps. Special summon from our deck. So now I've cleared out at least 2 of my opponent's spells and traps, and all of their monsters. So now I'm pretty safe to go for a lethal combo. We're going to activate Cyberdark Worm's effects. We're going to send Nashter from our deck to the graveyard as cost. We're going to summon it and then add back a spell trap from grave. Now what we can do is we can link this off for a second copy of Clockwork Knight. Then we can use this Clockwork Knight to summon back from our graveyard Cyber Dragon Nashter, tribute a monster, and then activate Nashter's effect to summon back our Cyberdark Chimera. Now, of course, we can use Cyberdark Chimera. We'll discard the Realm and search for Power Bonds. Now, we're going to link off. We're going to use our Cyberdark Chimera and our RB Valken Booster for the Brute Blues, and then use the Brute Blues to add from our deck to our hands that second copy of the Valken Rocket. We can't summon it, but we do need a card to discard for this combo to work. We'll activate Power Bonds, and we can use from our graveyard our Worm and our Core. We'll summon Chimeratech Rampage Dragon. Now we can use Rampage Dragon to destroy our Clockwork Knight. We can banish Clockwork Knight, discard Valken Rocket, and search for King Regulus. Activate King Regulus to summon and equip a machine from grave. Then we can use Chimeratech Rampage Dragon's effect to send 2 light machines from our deck to the graveyard to gain 2 additional attacks. Then we can link off for Cyber Dragon Seeger. And now we have an incredible amount of lethal damage on board. We've cleared out all of our opponent's monsters and their spells and traps, and we have a negate on field. Okay, so what if your opponent makes you go first? And you're playing a blind second deck, so you gotta have something for going first. And the RBs actually come in clutch. They give the deck a lot of versatility when you go first. I'll activate Cyberdark Realm. I'll use this as my starter. This could be any starter, but we're just gonna do it this way. I'll add the Chimera, normal summon the Chimera using the effect of Realm, and then link it off for Clockwork Knight. We'll go Chainlink 1, Cyberdark Chimera, Chainlink 2, Clockwork Knight. We'll add Clockwork Knight, and we'll dump Cyberdark Worm. Then we can use Worm's effects, and we're going to send hers as cost to summon and add back Cyberdark Realm. Hers will trigger to add Cyber Dragon from our deck to our hand. And now we can use Clockwork Knight's effect to tribute the Worm and summon back Chimera. Then we can discard Clockwork Knight using Chimera's effect to go search for Power Bonds. So we've summoned 1, 2, 3, 4 times. We're going to banish Clockwork Knight and discard Cyberdark Realm to grab Therion King Regulus. And we're actually not going to summon Regulus now. We're going to wait a second. I'm going to link these off for Valken Booster and use the effect to get for Funkdoc. And then Funkdoc can go searching for an RB. We're going to grab Driller in this scenario. And so if our opponent uses Nibiru here, we're going to get the secondary effect of Funkdoc, We're also going to have the token on field, so we can actually extend just fine with our Power Bond and our Regulus if our opponent decides to use Nibiru here. But we can summon the Driller because we only control RBs right now. And we can use Therion King Regulus to equip Clockwork Knight and summon. And we can use Power Bond here. So Power Bond's going to use 2 Light Machines. We'll banish hers, discard Cyber Dragon. We'll summon Chaos Frog, Mechanical Dawn. Then we can use Mechanical Dawn's effect to add back Power Bond during the next standby phase. So what we have set up here with just a 1-card combo is Spell Trap Negate, Omni Negate, then a Monster Destruction, which then will trigger the Funk Duck because it destroys itself to summon the Cutter, which is another Spell Trap Negate. But there's a lot of different things you can do with RBs. So you guys can experiment for yourselves and see what you like. That's basically the strategy I was going for in most of the combos I used most often. Until next time, guys, duel on.